Here's the third. Then Allah describes, الَّذِينَ يُنْفِقُونَ فِي السَّرَّاءِ وَالضَّرَّاءِ. They are the ones that give charity, yunfiq. They're constantly giving for the sake of Allah. They take care of their priorities in secret as well as what is apparent, what others can see and appreciate. So, في السَّرَّاء and الضَّرَّاء وَالْكَاظِمِينَ الْغَيْظِ. Now here's the thing. Kadhimin al-ghayz is really, really like amazing in Quran. Kadhim and ghayz are two of a few words in the Quran that talk about anger and controlling anger. And as you and I know, this is one of the peak qualities of a true believer, is that they can control their anger. They have control over their emotions in general. So it's not just anger, but even just feeling sad, having anxiety, feeling stressed out, all of these different emotions. A true believer knows how to keep those emotions in check. And that doesn't mean that they don't express those emotions. It simply means that when they do need to express those emotions, they can do it in a way that they have self-control. They can monitor those emotions. They understand how they work. So Allah highlights in this ayah, Kadhimin al-ghayz. So what type of anger is that? Kadhim is the thing that happens to you and I before ghadab, before the anger that makes us react. So let me say that again. Ghadab is the kind of anger that follows up action. So if somebody like says a word, or they fight, or they hurt, or they punch, they get physical, or they break an item, they take something, they throw it across the wall, that's called ghadab. And that's the highest form of anger that causes a person to follow up that anger with some kind of evil action. But before you get to ghadab, you know how when you get upset, you start to like feel as if there's like rage building inside of you, right? You start to get angry. You start to feel your blood just boiling, your emotions boiling over. That's called kadhim. Allah is saying, وَالْكَاظِمِينَ الْغَيْظِ. So when that kadhim comes, and it takes us now to ghayz, which is another word for Arabic. Another word in Arabic for anger. Ghayz is the last step before ghadab. So here's how it works. You have kadhim. Now your anger's been ignited. Then now you get to ghayz. Ghayz is you feel that anger in you. You're ready to say or react. And if you don't control ghayz, it leads to ghadab. That's when people react. That's when they say. That's when the evil action comes out. The true believer controls kadhim, controls ghayz before it reaches ghadab. Subhanallah. So you might be wondering, why is this so important? Like, why is it so essential on all of us that we control our anger? Because somebody might say, and a lot of people say this, a lot of Muslims even say this, that, you know, anger is a part of me. I can't like stop it. I'll get angry. So why does Allah put me in situations that's constantly testing my anger? Well, that's the whole point. It is a test. And our Prophet ﷺ told us in an authentic hadith in the Sunan of Abi Dawud. So I want you to just hear this hadith for a moment. It's truly, truly amazing. He says, Wallahi, I promise a house in the dead center of Jannah for the person who was in the wrong and remained quiet, or the person who was in the right and remained quiet. So the person who remains in the right, but they remain quiet. What's happened here? This person is being blamed for everything. They know that they didn't do anything. They know that they didn't say anything. Whatever they're being accused of, they know that's not true. But they decide to remain quiet. They don't want confrontation. So they decide to avoid all of that, and they say, "Khair, okay, you want to blame me? Go ahead, blame me. It's okay. It's up to you. You want to, accuse me? You want to spread rumors about me? No problem. Go ahead." So they remain quiet, and they leave it at that, and they do that with the intention of trying to avoid confrontation. For that person, Allah says they are promised a mansion in the center of Jannah because they held their emotions back. They had every right to be angry, they held all of that back. So they're guaranteed Jannah as well as honor in Jannah. You might be wondering, why a mansion in the center of Jannah? And I want you to think of it like this, that's like prime real estate in Jannah. So, if you have a corner lot, it's one thing. If you have, just you're in one of the streets of Jannah, you're part of a particular community, that's one thing. That's an honor by itself. But when you are in the dead center of Jannah, everybody recognizes who that person is. Everybody recognizes that that is the best of the best. So by controlling these emotions, especially anger, we become the best of the best. So it's one of the highest qualities of a true believer.